This hair is gonna be the death of me. Need something, very much something. Hey y'all, it's your good sis, and I am in Utah. Okay, maybe I can sit it in here. Oop, is that too far down? Okay, my phone. I mean, my computer falling. Hey y'all. A lot is going on. Yes, I have 2 laptops. Because this is my job. Y'all post in your chat because I can't see. I'm literally only streaming from my computer. I usually use like OBS and my little software, whatever. And until y'all say something, I can't see who it is, so I can't shout y'all out. Say what's up. Drop your location. Say how you feeling today. Whatever you got going on. So I know. Hey, Adriana, how are you, boo? I'm gonna let more of y'all come in here. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, right? I'm in Utah right now, waiting for my host, who I rented this car from, to come fix this damn tire. I have a bunch of stuff I have to go film. I'm in Utah for the Sundance Film Festival. I'll be here for a week. Hey, Money Green Tay. Hey, Angela. Hey, Liza. Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, boo. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Shari. Oh, you at work? Yes, come on. I love it. Hopefully you're having a really great work day. I am trying to get y'all this breakdown video because this episode was just so damn good. But like I said, I'm in Utah. And the film festival starts today. I'm only behind right now just because I'm having car issues with the car I rented. I'll be talking about that on my personal vlog. So I figured I would go live and talk to y'all a little bit, but also record what my thoughts around the episode. I have already posted a bunch of stuff on TikTok, and they are trying to light my ass up. They are trying to light me up on TikTok, y'all. I can't even. Let me turn some of these cameras off. I'm like recording so much. Hold on. I'm going to go on Instagram too, but they are trying to light me up on TikTok because they mad I like Karen. Somebody gonna post over there. They feel bad for whoever impregnates me because I like Karen. Like, did your mama teach you to come on the internet and be like that? Like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't feel bad for the man who gets the honor of being able to impregnate me. It'd be the best thing that he ever did in his whole damn life. Be clear. Hey, Nima. Hey, Miss Diva Franklin. So clearly, last night's episode got people up in a tizzy, y'all, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of it. Karen made me so damn proud. Like, I can't even take it. I can't wait to go back and rewatch the episode because I also was like watching it, but I was also responding to emails because again, y'all, I'm in the thick of it right now with this film festival. But like actually being able to sit and enjoy and get into all the dialogue and the nuances and all that, I cannot wait. Because so much that had been wanting to happen happened. So much that had been wanting to be said was said, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. You know who? She didn't disappoint me at all. Like, I'm not disappointed in Fatima, but what is curious to me is like how she's switching up and how she's moving. And I feel like we're really starting to get little nuances, little moments, or dialogue or like Tyler Perry's like, to me, sneaking little things in there that are really going to build up to Fatima's breakdown. Because the biggest thing, and I'm going to talk about this again, I'm gonna live record my video, me recording for my video, so that y'all get to hear what I'm saying. Margaret Mitchell, why are you here, honey? Why are you here? You think that Karen is crazy and she knows the baby's not for Zach, but if that's what she knows that she slept with and that's what the doctor said, then like I'm just so over y'all saying this. Like when I tell y'all, I have to read like dozens of these comments on every platform. Anytime I bring up the show in general, like that's what it gets. Anytime I say I love Karen's complex character, the baby not his. Karen looked beautiful. She's a liar. Like, do y'all not have nothing else better to do? Nothing else that you can actually say? Hold on, y'all. How do I mute this? My bad, y'all. I thought that was somebody calling in relation to the car. But in random ass time, I'm also getting all of these horrible scammer people calls blowing up my phone every 15 minutes. And it's so annoying because I'm answering. I never really answer unknown numbers, but I'm answering it now being here at the film festival because publicists are calling me. Like I'm coordinating interviews with directors and actors and stuff like that. And I don't know their numbers initially. And I've given out mine. So I'm answering the phone, and then there's nothing but a scammer talking about do you want some free grant? Like, but anyway, do y'all have nothing else that you want to say? Like, are you only watching Tyler Perry's SISTAS because you're sick of Karen? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm sick of Gary, but aside from addressing him and like what he did in the episode, I'm not running to everybody's Instagram post and TikTok and YouTube video telling them how much of a horrible person I think Gary Borders is. Because he's the non-factor. If I'm that sick of him, if I don't like him that much, I don't talk about him. But y'all to hate Karen the way that y'all do, y'all talk about her incessantly. Like it's almost giving me a run for my money. And I love that girl. Like y'all talk about her more than I do. I don't understand it. And then if you're going to talk about her, if you're going to blast her on the internet or whatever, cool. But why do you feel the need to do it with people that you know actually like her? That's the part that makes this whole thing very toxic online. Because y'all are in no short supply of Karen hate pages, of misogynoir pages and YouTubers who are steeped in the patriarchy and pushing misogynistic ideals, and all they know is angry Black women, and they will never speak to the nuances of anything that would have made her angry or made her reactionary. Y'all are in no short supply of those things. So why are you here with a Black woman speaking about the nuances of the experience of specific Black women who happens to like the Black woman that you have now made your target and has been very vocal about it and is not backing down or wavering on it? Why are you here and not with your kinfolk? Like, I don't understand. Anybody want to help me with that? Anybody, can make it a little clearer for me? Can y'all hear me okay? I'm a little bit far away from the mic. Do I need to plug the mic in? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. Because this is not my normal setup, so let me know what I gotta do. Where are my mics? Let me see this real quick. Y'all, the amount of stuff I have to carry because of working this festival and like what we go through to get like interviews and cover red carpets and stuff like that, like y'all like the videos when you see them. Post comments, engage with y'all's favorite creators, because this life is hard. I mean, it's not the worst, trust me. I'm not complaining at all, but it's not as easy as we make it look. Where are my mics? You can hear me? You can hear me? Oh, yeah. Because it would be so much easier if I did just clip on the mic. Not me organizing myself out of like, I don't need to organize anything by myself. Oh, I had already taken it out. Let me plug this in and y'all let me know if it's better or worse. If it's worse, then I'll take it out. But do y'all feel me on that? In reference to like the Karen hate? Why do these people who hate her so bad spend so much time talking about her? And then it'd be the only thing that you say. Like, if you hate her, cool. But like, what else do you think about the show? Because I don't just talk about Karen. I talk about the whole entire show. Why does this clip not let me? Oh, these are my professional grade ones. Okay. This is not gonna work. I need this for my actual camera. And Margaret, that wasn't no shade to you, sweetie, but you just are part of a group of people who I really just don't understand. I don't even know like what's the appeal of me. Like, why do y'all even check out my content? And I'm probably gonna use that clip to like share because I get the comments so much. Okay, is that better? Is it better or worse? Is the audio better or worse before I move forward? Audio better or worse? It don't look like it's changing on my end. YouTube gotta do better. These little features is not it. It's not letting me control much. This is why I don't do it this way. Can y'all? Is it better? Is audio better, worse, or no different? Y'all let me know. Okay. Can't move too far. Better. Okay, cool. Shari says candle. Shari says Karen handled that way better than I thought she was going to. Way better than the trailer even tried to play her and act like she handled it. I am proud of her. Like every bit of it, I'm proud of her with. Oh my God. I'm just like, I'm actually proud of Tyler Perry too and how he put it. Naima or Nima. I'm saying Naima. Let me know if I'm saying it correctly. Says, I'm sick of Gary and Andy relationship. She can make up her mind about who she wants. It don't make sense to me, but again, I ain't spending much time on the I hate about the show. Shari says, I think they believe if they say it enough, it'll be true. And meanwhile, it will never be true. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It won't happen. I'm not doing it. And if anything, like, I've had so much practice in defying the trolls and the haters in, like, my All-American coverage because they tried to run me over with all types of Mack trucks about my opinions about Olivia Baker. And I still have my opinions about Olivia Baker. And I'm not going to change that. Like, y'all might experience people in your life that waver and back down to bullying, but this ain't it. She ain't her. I'm going to block you and move on. Like, Jeff LV says, I love Karen character, but I do think she never healed from the hurt from Zach. And this is why she has been moving crazy. So my thoughts on that is this is what healing looks like. And y'all are missing it, honestly. Like, y'all are missing it. And it's not going to be spelled out for you because this is a series, not a documentary. Like, this is a dramatic series, not a documentary. So there's not going to be a lower third to pop up and be like, okay, pay attention. This is a step in healing. But this is her healing process. She went through all of the stages of grief. And she's now at a place of acceptance. She's now at a place of clear mind. She's now at a place of walking into what's next and really being appreciative and grateful for it. This is healing. Healing isn't somebody punches me and I never account or address that this hurt. My jaw is sore. My tooth could be loose if they hit me hard enough. And if that looks like, I'm trying to come up with an analogy on the go, y'all. I'm so sorry that it might be a raggedy ass now. Oh, give me 1 second. The person is outside working on the tire. I'll be right back, y'all. Pause. Oh, my bad, y'all. Guys out there fixing the tire for me. I'm right down here. Oh, I need some water. What was I saying? I know I was on an analogy. Okay. So, again, just came up with this on the top of my head. Don't shoot me about it. Don't come for me. You can disagree all you like. That's fine. But, damn, I'm out of breath as I ran. It's cold as hell. I'm in the mountains. I also know I'm getting like shortness of breath. I haven't been back here since 2020. This altitude is getting to you, girl. Anyway, so somebody punches me in the face. My jaw hurts. They could have knocked the tooth loose. I could have a bruise, right? The healing don't just happen because I say, okay, now heal. That's not how that works. It's not how any of that works. It takes time to heal. There's things that are going to happen in the healing process that are going to be ugly, that are going to be uncomfortable. It's probably going to hurt worse before it starts to feel better. Like something happens with my tooth. Like I go to the dentist and they got to do whatever they got to do. Like all those things need to happen. It's the same thing in reference to this. Yes, we've seen Karen be erratic and be disrespectful and holler, scream, yell, do all of the things. But all of that is also part of her healing process in reference to this particular hurt. And too many people are missing that part of it. Like, no, it's not the ideal thing for somebody to do. Yes, you would love for people to not be so messy in their healing, but who the hell are we to say, how somebody else heals? And specifically for Karen, I get annoyed because the same intolerance and lack of empathy that people have for her is what people have for Black women in real life. We don't get to be angry, or we're angry Black woman, and then it's like trivialized to like we ain't angry for no reason, or we angry for no reason. We don't get to be frustrated. We don't get to feel disrespected. All of those things are just like we need to move on, or people act like stuff didn't actually happen to us. We are humans too. We feel too, period. And we're all not going to respond the same. Sometimes we're going to respond incorrectly. I'm never going to say that Karen did everything right. That has never come out of my mouth, ever. Sis was dropping the ball. Sis was overreaching. Sis was doing a lot. However, for me, I was able to empathize and see that that was all a part of her healing journey. And those letters were such a perfect culmination. And the fact that she said it in the episode, I was like, oh, that's all I needed, Tyler. That's all I needed. But the audience, and I'm really trying hard to I'm trying to be mindful of like how I discuss the audience. Sorry, y'all, this little fly, whatever's bothering me. How I discuss the audience, because it's never my intention to offend y'all, but I also want to be honest. And I get offended all the time because people talk shit about me. Like somebody literally going to post, I feel bad for whoever impregnates you because of my opinion about a television show. But all of that to me points to the audience and the levels of intelligence, the levels of emotional and mental maturity, lack of true spirituality, like all these areas of like deficiency. And it is what it is. And whatever, if the shoe fits, wear that motherfucker. If it don't, then let it go. Hey, Rhoda, I'm sorry, Rhoda, I put an N in there, my bad, girl. So back to your comment, Just LV, you said, I love Karen character, but I think she never healed from the hurt from Zach. We are watching the healing. And how she responded in last night's episode shows that she's healing. But healing journeys are seldom pretty and seldom comfortable for the person that might have hurt you or for the person that's actually trying to do the healing. So like, look at it that way and see if that shifts how you feel about things. He said, I was right about Andy. If she kept her nose out of the business, Karen wouldn't feel betrayed. She wouldn't have. Angela says, it's so easy to think how you would act until the shoes are on your feet. Eventually, we will all know the truth, so we need to be patient. That part. And it's so funny because on TikTok, people were like, oh, bitter, delusional, but just stick together, and that's why you like her. And I'm just like, yeah and no, because what I identify and relate to most about Karen is like, she is who I was in my 20s. Specifically with one relationship that I just thought was like it. Like he was it, and whatever I had to go through is what I had to go through because I also subscribed to Struggle Love and believed all of the movies and TV shows that showed me that I had to go through a lot to like earn my man and like earn his loyalty and respect and love and dedication, right? I've been there. And though I'm not there now, would I respond how Karen has responded to things? No, but I've done it before. I have cussed Negroes out because I'm a Cancer, so I'm already emotional. I give people rope, but the moment you run out of rope with me, I am trying to end you. There is very little middle for me. I'm trying to end you. Especially if I'm deeply, deeply hurt. And to have experienced some of the things that Karen has experienced, and she's experienced a lot, from cheating to STDs to that stuff is a lot. It does things to you, not even just for what that one thing is and whatever those consequences are or symptoms are, but mentally. And we aren't taught what to do. My mama didn't know. My mama wasn't taught certain things about love and relationships or whatever, so she wasn't able to teach me. So I reacted the best way that I could in the moment that I could. One thing I will tell you, one thing that man would tell you is I'm the best that he ever had. He would tell I have done some things, and that man will still speak very, very highly of me because he knows exactly what he put me through. Very highly, top 2, and her ass ain't number 2. So to go back to what I made the comment of people oh, bitter people stick together. It's no, it's about knowing yourself, being honest with yourself, and you don't necessarily always have to identify with a character with where you are right now. But if they were if they are where you have been, then that's a level or a place that you can relate to somebody. Does that make sense? But it also helps that I'm a very empathetic person too. And yes, I think that we need to be patient. Everybody's like, she's lying about the baby. In this moment in time, she is not lying. Of all the information that she has, the doctor confirming the conception date, her knowing who she slept with on the conception date, this is the truth. Let it go. Until that baby come out and we swab it, shut up. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired of hearing it. All things. Irene says, not a fan of Gary, but loves the shade he gets from Danny. I like the shade, but also Danny be playing it too cool with him sometimes. I'm on the Sabrina energy when it comes to him. Hi, Kirsten. She says, yes, period. With Grace, Karen handled that well, not to mention the table, too quick to switch to another female and don't know the history because she should. I want everybody who has said Zach changed to step to the front. And don't get me wrong, I'm very proud of Zach from moments in this episode, and I'm going to speak about that in my breakdown. But before we get to that, step to the front if you are the captain of the Zach Has Changed Club. Those photos on the mirror that he did for Fatima, we saw him do that for Karen. In this episode, Karen said that he built the exact same desk in the exact same color for her. But y'all want to convince me that Zach has changed. Where his bank account has changed. Zach is hopefully, in all that he's going through, also on a journey of change, but he ain't changed yet. Hey, Kathleen. Good afternoon. For y'all just popping in, I am traveling for work right now and doing a quick live with y'all to talk about last night's SISTAS episode in the meantime of me trying to get this breakdown video up. Oh Lord. Miss Diva Franklin says Andy is in the middle because both ladies are her friends. So when Karen finds out something regarding Zach and Fatima, she goes to Andy. And with this, did you know? So she making Andy choose sides. I'm not saying that you're wrong and that it's making Andy choose sides. What I would like to ask you is, would you not ask your friend the same thing? And goes back to my original video and why I was mad at Andy, because Andy was not supposed to know. Fatima specifically was taking her ring off and did not want to tell Andy. And Andy went out of her way to corner Fatima and hold her in that office until she told her, or kinda confirmed, because Andy just had to know. But if you know that you are both of these women's friend and you genuinely, like in your heart, want to support both of them as best as you can, right? And you thinking from that mind, if you see a tan line on your friend's finger and you know that if she's engaged to your friend's ex, that would hurt your ex-friend, why would you be in a rush to find that out? I personally would have peeped it and been like, so when Karen came to me and it came out, I could be like, I didn't know. The most I knew was I saw a tan line and I said, I'm going to mind my business. I understand how you hurt, friend. And nobody could blame her for that. Andy put herself in that trick bag because part of being her friend is like, you will want her to share that kind of information with you, but then that would cause you to betray Fatima. So again, it puts you in a trick bag. Fatima, being a good friend to Andy and respecting Andy's relationship with Karen, was going out of her way to make sure that Andy didn't find out, so she didn't feel obligated to tell her, and Andy forced her hand. Andy is at fault and wrong. She just is. So y'all not going to get me to come after Karen for her asking, did you know? Because we all would ask, did you know? We all would, period. And I'm not saying that you were saying that. I'm just saying like that has come up before. When I'm responding to y'all, I'm typically responding to y'all's comments, but I'm also like pulling from a bunch of stuff that I get. So like Miss Diva Franklin, I'm not coming at you, girl, at all. Like I have no malice towards you at all. But does that make sense? Some people react differently when there's negativity in their lives. Yes. Hope for me says, I wouldn't let Andy look over the food for my dog food. No way I would let Andy read over an important document pertaining to child support, not even being a good lawyer, never mind a good friend. Hustle Queen Lee says, I review the show as well, and I love Karen's energy. She showed up with Zach. You're not about to play in my face energy, and I was glad she called him out on his BS. And y'all, like, you can call out BS without it being like, oh, he's the worst. Like, Zach wasn't some bull. Like she said, you more worried about your money than a child. That was the truth. Zach is worried about keeping this money that he has fallen into. He's not thinking about that child right now. It hasn't been. He ain't even thinking about the child that he know he got paternity over. And I don't think that she was wrong for saying it. Hustle Queen, DM me on Twitter or Instagram one of your videos, like whatever you feel like is like your best video, and I'll watch it and check it out. I would love to see. I don't see any other reviewers talking about Karen in a positive light, so I typically don't engage with any of them. But I would love to check your stuff out. Princess Calibu says, I don't even know what to say about this episode except Andy, Gary, and Karen need therapy. Actually, everybody needs therapy. Fatima's gonna need it messing around with Zach. And that don't mean I'm not rooting for them in their relationship, but I'm rooting for her to have less to do in it. Yeah, I'm rooting for her to like be in a honeymoon phase of the relationship. She like got with this guy, fell for this guy, and like has been immediately thrust into like fixing his life. And I hate that for her. I hate that for us. But it's a natural thing that we tend to do, or at least I have experienced because I've done it before as well. All my homegirls have. Yeah, all my homegirls have done it before. I ain't telling all y'all business, but we all done it before. Y'all know we sit around and talk about it. We kiki about it. And I just don't like that for her. So actually all of them need therapy. It's not just those three, but you know, you feel how you feel. Joe Bowen says, I feel like what's for you is for you. Karen could have everything Zach didn't or did, or you trying to say did for Fatima, but it will come from Aaron. She hasn't really given Aaron a chance yet. So she could possibly end up alone. Did we watch the same episode? And yes, I'm asking that and I'm being facetious because we literally watched her go to Aaron in this episode. And I thought it was going to be more on some like messed up rebound type of thing. But I think that this is a part of the healing that she's experiencing and realizing what she has, even with her being able to articulate, like, I have Aaron. It's something, and men are not going to understand this. So y'all are going to gloss over it, but it means something. When a Black woman can say that she has a Black man in her corner and she can speak to, don't worry about me, Aaron got me. That does something on the inside. Like, that is also reworking your brain chemistry, because a lot of us have grown up in places or spaces or circumstances where we haven't felt supported or loved or embraced by Black men. And it's a lot. And no, it's not just the ones with daddy issues, because I got a damn daddy. I have a Caribbean ass daddy with an immigrant ass mindset who is only focused on, I mean, he loved me. He loved me the best that he can. But he's focused on making money and education. So he wasn't the like lovey-dovey dad, or like, he not gonna call you and like chit chat, but he gonna talk to you about some business stuff, and he gonna put you into this, or he gonna do certain things. So like, I've had my dad my entire life, but I also don't feel supported by Black men often, or often enough, because I do have an amazing Black men in my life. Like, I'm just basically saying I have experienced the lack when it comes to like the Black men. So like, for Karen to actually say that and really register it, and then to go to Aaron the way that she did in this episode, she's literally giving this man a chance. She's literally realizing the missteps of her last few weeks, and like ready to adjust and move forward and accept what the universe is giving to her by way of this potential relationship. And y'all are still sitting here talking about she's not doing something. Like, this is that chaps my ass, because y'all so stuck on the past. And it's not fair, because every other character, y'all are going week to week in what they do. But with Karen, oh my God, she's delusional. Oh my God, she's irate. She was completely calm in this episode. And I got at least a dozen comments. She's uncontrollable. She's ridiculous. Where? So respectfully, Joe, no. She gonna end up alone. Meanwhile, she literally corrected that in this episode, and is going to take a chance and give herself to this relationship with Aaron, and we saw it. Moving on. Princess Calibu says, I like the way Karen handled the conversation up until she saw that ring. I didn't have a problem when she saw the ring. I felt like it was very real. Period, poo. Joe says Zach is changing. You spelled his name wrong also. Also, that's another thing. I can't really respect people who come for me and like come for my opinions and like want to be disrespectful and want to disagree so bad, but can't spell and don't got good grammar. So like, fix that. If y'all gonna be out here doing that, then at least spell it right. Zach is changing and his past is catching up and pulling everything apart. No. And this is like literally the problem in what you said. He's changing, but the past is catching up to him and pulling everything apart. If he had changed, then his past would not be pulling apart his present. Because those past actions, behaviors, moments would have no impact on the person that you are today, and you would have healed through it right? And know how to better handle those things based off of what you experienced and what you learned in your past. So he could be starting the changing journey now, which I think he is. And I'm proud of his conversation with Fatima after they left. And I'm going to talk about that in my breakdown video. But he has not changed. And that is why his actions from the past are fucking his life up right now. Because if he was actually more emotionally intelligent and had learned, then he would respond differently. If he actually was not capable of a Zach attack, we wouldn't have the issue that he had with Fatima. And he would be much more composed now. He wouldn't be so erratic and emotional about these things because he would have grown through them and changed, but he hasn't, which is why they still are affecting him. Karen needs to stop trying to force Andy to choose sides. Where did she try to force Andy to choose a side or choose sides? If she was really trying to force Andy to choose sides, she would say, I cannot be your friend if you are Fatima's friend. She has not done that. She's still sharing with her. She's still calling her first. But it's Andy's job to also be mindful. And as I said to the previous commenter, her asking, did you know, is normal. It's normal. So you're not going to use that against her. Zach is getting more positive results for his efforts with Fatima. I don't know if that's the truth. Zach has been given a lot by way of Fatima and Bryce. When he was with Karen, it was just Karen doing everything for him. Now there's a bunch of people that are like coming in and assisting him. Valerie, like there's so many people that are in his life right now that are really coddling Zach, because even with the windfall of money that he received, he still should be going through the process of learning not to lose it and what he's going to actually do. Like everything has been very easy for Zach. And y'all want to, not you specifically, but so many people want to come and say, Erica, give Zach a chance. Erica, you just won't let up on Zach. I'm like, let's be honest. He has had it a lot easier. And y'all are so captivated by how Karen called him a bunch of bitches and disrespected him. Okay, cool. But also now he has all these people in his life conspiring for his good. And he is having to do very little on his own. So no, I don't think that he's getting more positive results for his actions because he's not being forced to take action. That's the difference. Hey, Jess. Hope for Me says, it was a small moment, but I love the energy between Aaron and Karen. Baby, if I wasn't on board for I hate that their name just sounds like Karen. If I wasn't on board for Karen before, I'm on board now, baby. The actors do a great job of making us feel like love is around the corner. I haven't seen that from them since mid-season 2. I agree. Shari P says, a member of the channel. That's why she had a little special EV behind name, because she's giving VIP. She's giving elite. She's giving supporter. I love it. Shari P says, that thing is throughout the whole series. Karen has never lied to Zach about her process of getting over Zach. She was never all in with him because she's still in love with Zach. Never lied to Aaron. Right. Okay. Now we catching it live. Hey, prospective players. Yes. She never lied about it. So how is she using him? So Shari, just based off of the trailer, I wasn't sure. The trailer looked like it was giving, all right, girl, you literally just ran over here. And she didn't reveal exactly what happened, but she revealed enough for me to know that she's still being honest and genuine. So you're right. Hope for Me says fans want to hold Karen accountable for stuff she ain't even do, but then they want Zach to get away with everything. Sex, no baby. Illegal trading, no jail time. Babies, little to no child support. Lakeisha Wallace says, unpopular opinion, but I kind of wouldn't want Zach to be my child's father. He still has many issues for me. Too many issues for me. I totally can see that. One of the reasons why I was really rooting for Zach to be the baby's daddy for Karen specifically, just because I know what it feels like to Erica, what are you doing? You're not about to get emotional about this. No, fuck that. I know what it feels like to like have a plan, right? And like want this thing and it never happened. And then y'all are like going through it and you break up. And but then you get the well for me, like the scare, and it's like, okay, well, I had already planned on it. I already saw this out. And like you're like more committed to like the vision than actually assessing what's happening right then and there. I also have felt in the past of like being cheated on and like the baby coming out of that and being like, that's my baby. And that's just being honest. So like it's less about Zach being the best possible dad and more about just understanding the emotions that women feel around that type of stuff. And with Karen being in a place that she wasn't as accepting of Aaron, I felt like it would be less mentally traumatic for her if she felt like she was still getting part of her fairy tale versus feeling just completely dismissed and disrespected by the universe and like it being somebody else's baby. But now that she's at a place that she's accepting of Aaron and all that, I wouldn't be as opposed to being his baby. Also, it's just not right for a story. Like low key, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna put this into a video. Y'all do realize if Zach wasn't Karen's baby daddy, he would no longer be on SISTAS. And maybe y'all are fine with that. I mean, I guess I would be cool with it too. Because they do have Zatima, but like they would just have Zatima. If Zach was not Karen's baby daddy, he would have no other reason to be on the show. Karen and Andy and Fatima aren't even real friends, so she wouldn't be on the show. So that's now Duvall and Crystal, who were getting 2 checks, now getting 1 because y'all y'all can't get beside yourself with the hate. Like it makes for great TV. Hope for me says, I'm side-eyeing Fatima. She's okay with Zach not taking care of his business. Karen been to the doc and he ain't even asked how she doing. I will wonder how would he treat me, that part. Eddie White says Karen did her thing last night. I was proud of her. Me too. Oh, and don't worry, like I get emotional about a lot of stuff because I'm a Cancer and I'm very in touch with my emotions. Like I write, I direct, and I act as well, y'all. Aside from what y'all see me doing here. So part of my job is to be able to recall situations, be honest about them, and allow myself to feel how I feel. So sometimes y'all will catch me getting emotional about something if I allow myself to really like access a memory that is tied to a really, really deep emotion. And a lot of Karen's story is, and I do a really good job of like masking it well, but I'm also again very in tune with myself, very self-reflective, and that's where those emotions are coming from. So I'm not like you don't have to apologize for, but I just try to be very authentic, and like that's part of it too, you know. Um, when it comes to Sada and Fatima, I know that she's doing the best that she can, and I'm I try to be very mindful of my criticism of Fatima because she's doing a phenomenal job. However, parts of last night pissed me off because I feel like her character is being used to negatively paint Karen as villain. And in some ways, Karen is the villain, and she's wrong. But last night wasn't one of them. And when she was like, "Don't be combative," I'm like, Fatima, you are actually bringing that energy. For Karen to say, I know because I actually did what you suggested. Fatima says, oh, what I told your mom. Yes. And the dates line up X, Y, Z. And then you to immediately come up with how that could be incorrect or wrong or not the case when you are the one that was so hell-bent and pressed for me to do it that you needed to tell me to do it and then tell my mama. Like that to me, it gave energy. It gave, girl, You just trying to find a narrative that best fits you because the girl literally did what you said, and now you got a problem with that as well. But then you also want to call her combative. You also want to say she's so quick to go back and forth. You literally like she's been nothing but pleasant to you in this exchange. She gave you credit for this thing and said thank you for that genuinely, and you got a back talk or a back response of like, well, that it might not be the case. And they're like, okay, cool, it might not, but they pretty sure. That's the doctor said they pretty sure, I'm pretty sure. That's what it is. And it was your idea. I didn't like that. Like, I don't like how that makes Fatima look. It looks like you said that because you thought that this thing was going to be the thing that helps you better say like, oh, this ain't Zach Baby. But when it comes back in favor of it being Zach Baby, then you want to come up with something else. And I don't like that wishy-washy ass energy. Because Fatima to me isn't a wishy-washy character, but that's what that was given. And it also felt like she got more confrontational because Karen wasn't as confrontational. And I didn't like that. I also didn't like in the previous episode when they were on the phone talking to her and Zach was like, do you know the address? And she's like, yeah, I know the address. And Zach is like, of course you know the address. And Fatima's like, y'all know she know the address because y'all just stood outside the goddamn door and had y'all little whatever the hell that was when Heather showed up and said that this is your baby. And Fatima was originally on the balcony overhearing y'all, and then she came downstairs. So both of y'all sitting up here acting like it's wild that she knows y'all's address when y'all have already had a whole exchange at this goddamn location. Again, wishy-washy, weak, whack people energy for me. I didn't like it at all. And sometimes I feel like Tyler Perry be using Fatima as a character, not sticking true to what the character would actually do, but using the character to drive home certain narratives about Karen. And it's just like, it just winds up making Fatima look questionable in certain moments to me. Joe Bowen says, is Danny going to say yes or no? I feel like she will not give an answer until talking to the sister circle. If Danny know, like I know she gonna say damn no. They need to be in an actual relationship. Like Danny and Preston, y'all, some of the stuff, Tyler Perry's asking me to suspend my disbelief too much. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't know what Danny gonna say. I do agree with you. She's gonna have to talk to the sister circle about it. Okay, cool. She needs to say damn no, period, point blank. Preston, why would you ask her that now? Like, you can't even get her to tell you why she ran somebody over with her car. But you think it's time to propose. I can't. Jan says, but at the moment she told her mom that was before she knew the dates were so close in terms of when she asked Aaron. She said it was in the same week because she knew then it would be too close to tell. I didn't think that was too much for Fatima to still question the validity of the ultrasound. She could question it, but like for her to say, like she could question that with Zach on her own. She could say, afterwards, we still gonna go ahead and get a DNA test once the baby's born. But I think that there's something to say about you told me to go do this thing because that's going to actually tell everybody the information that we need to know. And then when I do it, because you don't like the answer, now that thing ain't right. I don't like that. That to me is very whack. And then also, what do you get out of like now trying to tell the person that did what you told them to do that ain't like, what did you expect her response to that to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, that isn't the progressive, mature Fatima that I'm used to, that I expect her to be. Like, yeah, she could still believe that the ultrasound is not enough. 100% cool. But that's a conversation for her and Zach. Like, what exactly did you expect it to do for you to tell Karen that? Hope for me says last thing, I don't like how they're trying to paint it like Andy can't lie. She sat there and lied the whole first 2 seasons. So to everybody, she could lie. This new gullible Andy ain't it. I mean, I don't trust Andy as a friend, and I don't trust Andy with her own life, but that's a whole other conversation. So it's not to me whether she's a good liar or a bad liar. I don't trust her regardless. Choco 8 Doll says Fatima was hoping Zach wasn't the father. Her response to Karen showed that she's in denial. I agree. I agree that it shows that she's in denial. However, she used that moment to make it seem like Karen was the one with the issue and combative when it's like, girl, no, you're in denial, honey. And like you're actually pushing negative energy. Like, for the most part, you're not the person who does it. But in this case, you are. And what you're not going to do is try to like gaslight this girl. Princess Calibu says, Erica, it's like in front of her mom, Karen wants to be cool. And when she's not around her mom, she acts a fool. Was her mom in the closet last night? Or was she like under the cabinets where Lori was looking for Nathan? Was she upstairs on the bed where Fatima was waiting for Belinda to chase Zach up the steps? Was Miss Lisa on the patio? Because she was cool last night and her mama wasn't there. So, oh, sorry, I missed your message. You retyping it? I would much rather so many of y'all just say, I don't like Karen, and that's why I say the negative things I like to say about her. Because when y'all be coming with the receipts don't be receipting. And Princess Calibu, I appreciate you being here, honey, and subscribing, but like that receipt don't receipt. You're saying that she's only calm around her mama, but her mama wasn't there last night. Anybody else got some thoughts about last night's episode? Oh shit, I didn't even realize that my hair was right here. Oof. It's my phone. Ugh. Let me sit back. Maybe that'll help, because I can't hold that like that. I really wish this room had a desk. Robin Frazier says, I feel for both women, even though I'm Team Zatima. I don't think that being Team Zatima means that you have to be anti-Karen, regardless of what the internet says. I hope this man finishes with his car because I gotta go. I still need sunlight to be able to record these drops. They were surprised at how cool Karen was. I don't know if they were surprised by it because they act like all the comments that I got act like she was still unhinged. They ignored it, in my opinion. Everybody who hate Karen ignored how calm she was last night and are acting like she's still ridiculous. Also, the way that Zach winced when she mentioned having Aaron was funny to me. Hilarious, baby. When she said that, I said, Karen. Like, me, I need a Karen as a friend. I really do. Because none of my homegirls are Karen right now in our lives. But I need a Karen because I would be like, girl. But it was funny when she said, oh, the baby will have 2 daddies. Sent me here. Sent me. Hey, Big Kev. Welcome in, boo. Sent me. Because you know that's like something that you don't say, but it's going to be the truth. And Zach was for, oh. Hilarious. I am, as you can see, still very tickled. Very tickled. Adriana says, I hope Danny doesn't fall for Q mess. I hope she finds out who he is. Sabrina, the guy who did all this, say his name. Like, I'm so over this taking forever for her to put two and two together for Danny. Like, Robin. Robin says, I did love how Karen says, I'm human. That part. That motherfucking part. Sorry, y'all. I have to keep my ringer on because PR people might be calling me and the car thing, but then also I just gotta be alerted about certain emails and stuff. Is Q gonna play Danny before she finds out who he is? I don't think so. Shari P says Andy is one of the worst people on this show. She willingly started dating a married man. She can't mind her business. The way that she keep throwing that man up in Danny's face, like her friend didn't show up to her office traumatized. Andy needs her ass beat. Period. Jazz says I'm conflicted on how people are on Zach about how he doesn't check in with her pregnancy. Is it fair when men think they're the dad to get so involved to find out that they're not? I do wonder is that also his hesitation to being so involved. I can see that. So be mindful. I can definitely see that. And that's a very valid thing to think about. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know how they feel or like what happens in their brain chemistry or whatever. But if I was, and again, I don't have the chemistry to be able to put myself in that, so I can only empathize as best I can. I would much rather expend the time, the money, and the effort showing up how I would want to show up for my child and my child's mother, and then find out that this isn't actually my child. I would much rather do that than to not do anything and then find out that it is my child. That would destroy me personally. So that's just my response about that. And then while I do understand that, because a lot of y'all are making that argument, Zach has paternity confirmation about a child that he has yet to see or make any efforts for, and is only concerned about the amount of money that the mother is asking for and has yet to even visit or talk to this child. So for Zach, I'm not going to say that that's the case. If he don't want to extend too much, he's not thinking about these kids. Not the one he has confirmation for or the one he doesn't. Right. I literally just said that, Hope. Guess he's waiting on Mama Fatima to tell him to go see about that child. Listen, I love my audience because every other place on the internet is going to be problematic and toxic and one-sided, but we could call a spade over here. He waiting on Mama Fatima to tell him. Yeah, y'all. So y'all have this in the meantime. If you're catching this on replay, I'm sorry, I'm going to be running a little bit late with my episode breakdown. I am going to do the breakdown and the preview. But as I mentioned, if you're new, popping in towards the end, or you catch this on replay, I am in Utah right now. Not it's starting to snow, baby. I got to go film outside today. Anyway, I'm in Utah right now for the Sundance Film Festival. I'll be here for about a week. So that is putting a little bit of deferral on some of my original content because I'm covering a bunch of films. I'm going to be doing some interviews on red carpets and one-on-one interviews here. Really looking forward to it. I really am about this film and television life, y'all. So like film festivals get my gears going, and I'm really, really excited to check out these dope ass movies that I have on my plates. I wanted to pop in with y'all really quick and give y'all this basic ass live just so that y'all know I am here. I am going to still be creating content. Stay with me. I appreciate y'all subscribing. Andriana says, Andy just get on my nerves. She can give Gary grace, but Robin, she gets upset or gives a third degree until she wants him to do something. I need her to give Gary that same energy. That part. And Robert says, I think that's how Zach should handle the situation. Be there for support for Karen, but keep boundaries and be respectful. I'm like, I'm here because this might be my child and I don't want to miss a certain moment. Exactly. And then not only that, you actually love Karen. So it's not even like a fallacy. Like I feel like Zach is working harder to like run from how he actually feels about Karen and know it doesn't have to be more romantic things. Like his love can translate into a platonic love of like well-being and well wishes. I feel like he's working harder to like convince himself that he don't give a fuck about Karen than he is about worrying about the kid or just doing certain things that would be beneficial for him and change. You know? All right, I'm giving this man an hour. And then I'm going down there to see what's going on with this tire. I gotta get on the road. I haven't eaten anything yet, y'all, because I didn't buy no snacks, no water. I need to get a case of water to have in my room. My mouth is dry. I'm sitting here talking with y'all. Crusty ass lips. And I haven't eaten yet. I really don't want food still. I want coffee. I need coffee in my life. That's my chips. Hey, Wednesday talk. Not Wednesday talk says I wonder how Zach would have been if Aaron came with Karen. They wouldn't have gotten the house. They would not have even gotten in the house. And that's the part that I don't like. Like, people don't even realize. They like, oh, you like Karen. You're just biased. It's not even about being biased. Y'all asses is really biased because y'all are 100% for Fatima telling Zach to invite Karen over and them sitting there together as a couple. But if Aaron would have came, Zach wouldn't even let that girl in the damn house. The conversation wouldn't have been had. And y'all would have saw no problem with it. Hey, Mimi loves peace. And that ain't right. That is unfair. Yo, what the hell? Everything in the world in here, and I still can't find the shit I need. There it is. Like the video, y'all. He wants Fatima involved with everything, but has a problem with Aaron. Mimi loves pieces. I'm actually proud of everyone in the situation. It was handled the best they could. I don't know about that. I'm glad Andy didn't say much. Mind her damn business. I was disappointed, and y'all can catch this. Like I explained this more, so you can go back and rewatch it if you're just popping in. I was a little disappointed with Fatima's response to like she got the ultrasound, did everything, or did what she told her to do with the ultrasound, and then she was trying to like deflect and make it seem like Karen was lying, but she literally did what she said. So I didn't like that particular part of it. I didn't like her trying to paint Karen as combative or like tit for tatty. Meanwhile, she was being very tit for tatty. And I wasn't proud of Zach until after everybody left. I was very proud of Zach for his conversation with Fatima, for him finally leveling with her and like saying, I get it now. If you don't want to marry me, I get it. You don't deserve none of this. And him being honest about it and not like self-deprecating in reference to like, oh, look at me and feel bad for me. I felt like in that moment, it was finally about her. And Zach spends so much time making everything about him, like most men in our patriarchal West society. He makes so much about him and how he feels and what he thinks and what he wants. This was the first time in a very long time that I felt like Zach was doing a really great job, or did a really great job at the moment, of making it really about Fatima and being honest about it. And I felt like Fatima's dialogue was very much so lacking in that, which is more of a writer thing than it's me having an issue with Fatima thing in reference to like, what is this? What is this insecurity? Like, I wanted her to be able to like speak to it, because her default right now is like, anytime Zach brings up something that's the truth in reference to his shortcomings, she wants to reaffirm him, which I get. But also there's power to you saying, yeah, this is fucked up. Yeah, I don't deserve all this, but I'm here. And I'm here because I love you and I feel like you're worth this. Like, I feel like that is much stronger than you being like, what is this insecurity? What, like, girl, you are top of the line, dime, all around, and you are busting your ass to pull his life together. And he's finally addressing it. Like, let's address it and not brush things under the rug, because Fatima is going to struggle in that she's a person who holds a lot of her feelings in, and that is the perfect moment for her to let that shit out and be seen and be heard. And she just took the easier route and be so focused on Zach and his feelings and like reaffirming him and this and this. It's like, no, what? You're not a bad girlfriend if you tell him this shit's fucked up. You're not a bad girlfriend if you do that. You're just not. And I feel like this is what I've been asking for from Zach. So I don't want to hear from nobody. Erica don't want to give Zach a benefit of the doubt. Erica's too hard on Zach. What he said was literally all I have been asking for him to say. So now all y'all can shut up, because I was right. Real estate Shashi, I think. Also, hope TP don't make us go through the whole paternity testing again. Once she has the baby, Karen did do good expressing herself last night, but in my opinion, Fatima did better holding it together. Okay. Jazz says, yes, that was the realest he's been in seeing how it's weighing on her. And actually taking it into account, not just moving forward and going with the punches and like, well, if she don't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing. Like, I hate that he had this energy with her. Like, I hate it. I hate his avoiding ass personality type. Like, I hate it. Hope for me says, I think if TP remembers what he wrote, I think the convo between Zach and Fatima indicates trouble. There was a convo he had with Fatima when actually said that he cheated on Karen because he was insecure. Can you give me the episode? Can you DM me the episode that's in? Because I would love to pull from that. Thank you, boo. It's definitely a wig. I'm wearing a wig this weather because it is cold and it's going to help my head stay hot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I gotta get my Amazon storefront together because I didn't get it from Amazon actually. I got this from what the hell is that beauty supply store that I love? Shit. I only really buy wigs from here. I can't remember the name of it right now. When I think about it, I will say something on the social about it. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. About him not being able to be what Karen needs. Hope for me, if you could give me an episode or episodes in the seasons, that would help me out so much because I would love to go in and like create a video and explore that. Oh shit, I'm like, when Tay Talk says, I'm glad you're getting on that because he's real. Sometimes he do, and I get it. Y'all love how he look, but come on now. Jazz says, I was hoping her breakdown was going to give more of what you said, just being honest with how it's affecting her, but she kept it very surface. Yeah, and that never works out well. It might work out for you in the moment right now, but it's not going to be beneficial for their relationship. It's not going to be beneficial for her emotional and mental health. So for y'all that's rooting, and this is no shade to you, I'm just using some of y'all's words and we having a conversation. Like, I think sometimes people think that when we disagree or when people try to like go back and make counterpoints of things, it's like me digging at you. It's not at all. But for people who are rooting for Fatima to hold it together, also think about when you feel like it's okay for her to fall apart, because you can't have one without the other. And if she's not able to express certain things now, and she's going to keep holding and keep holding and keep holding, the breakdown is going to be bigger. And also, it's just very natural. Like, I feel like we need to be able to embrace that. Like, I need a partner I could be honest with. And that has come with like evolution and growth and healing on my part. And I'm practicing that with my friends, my platonic friends. Like I tell them how I am feeling for real. Okay. It's one thing when you're worried about somebody else or you're trying to put somebody else first or whatever, and then you backpedal whatever you got going on because that's your priority. But also, we need to make time to prioritize ourselves, and we need to be honest. And also, being honest about how we feel or how somebody we love is making us feel. Being honest with them is helping them love us better. It just is. You are not helping somebody love you better by hiding how what they do really makes you feel. You're not helping them. You're not helping you. Oh, thank you, and Tay Talk. Y'all know pink is my favorite color, and I literally am wearing this because I'm supposed to be filming, but the car issues is like, but got me behind. But like, yeah, thank you. Choco Doll says, a part of me was glad he had the conversation with Fatima, but the other part of me wondered if he was emotionally manipulating her. He's done that before. I felt like the bathroom scene when he's like, you want to tell me you was going to have coffee with this? You sitting here looking like you dying. That was emotional manipulation, but I don't feel like last night was. But I get what you're saying. Natalie Rose says, Erica, thank you for pointing out the healing process because a lot of people don't understand that it's a process in different stages of grief. Yes. And honestly, some people who are hearing it and not really getting it, they are probably stuck in one of the stages and they're living out the rest of their lives in that stage because they haven't learned it. And I really do accredit going through some, both like in a relationship like Zach and Karen, but then also being in other relationships, more healthy relationships, and like seeing certain things manifest in that way and me just learning from them. But if you never really address certain things, if you always hold it together and hold it in and never address or assess certain things, you won't actually learn from it. So I also believe that a lot of people are trapped at different cycles or not in something to be able to credibly speak to it anyway. Real estate, Shashi says, that's valid, I guess. What part? I don't remember. Can you expound upon that? I'm not sure what you're referring, but I appreciate the comment. Mimi Loves Peace says, I didn't know how she said, if you knew what my exes. Oh, I didn't like. I'm reading ridiculously. Mind you, y'all, I'm on my MacBook Air and it's 13-inch screen and it's like very tiny over here. I didn't like how she said, if you knew what my exes did, this is nothing. I'm like, Fatima, you don't deserve this either. Baby, that's why I'm also like, I'm not disappointed in Fatima at all. So I don't want y'all to assume because I'm saying I'm not necessarily proud of what I saw last night, I'm disappointed because I'm not. Well, except for the part of her with the ultrasound thing, because that kind of annoyed me. But it was the normalization that we do of trauma that we experience. Like, girl, them men were dead ass wrong too, just like Zach is dead ass wrong. And no, I'm not saying he's dead ass wrong because he had this blast from the past ass baby and Belinda and this and the third. I feel like Zach is in the wrong when it comes to Fatima in this relationship and how he's handling certain things. Fatima falling apart. That's what you're talking about. I mean, real estate Shashi. Is there anything? And like, let's be honest, girl. Like, it's me and you. Is there anything that deeply, deeply, deeply hurts you or have hurt you, and you felt like you have benefited from never? Mimi Loves Peace says, I like Zach and Fatima, but there can be a little more transparency and vulnerability there. For sure. Their relationship will benefit from it. Jazz says she thinks that Karen is at the bargaining phase of grief, but she's slowly progressing. Okay. When Tay Talk says, what do you think about the part when Karen told the girls about Zach's offer and she said child support is based off of income, and then Andy said, but you said you didn't want to do that right. Girl, I got worried. I got real worried. I was like, Harry, you said one thing, honey. We on this one thing, even though I don't agree with it. I was going to ride for you as your friend. I just want her to be a stand-up girl of her word. But I think what came from that is like that she's aware of what she could do, but she still would have choose to not take anything from him. And that's what she said after the fact. So I'm like, all right. And then I breathed a sigh of relief after she said that. So that's what my initial thoughts of that was. It's like she wants to preserve Zach money and F Karen and her baby. Who said that? Wait. I'm glad that Karen said, I'm glad you decided to talk because Fatima told you. There's so many moments where I'm just tickled and I was giggling because she's not wrong, but like pointing out kind of make you an a-hole in the moment. Like girl. But you also be needing that. People be needing that because if you don't see it, if it's not said sometimes and you're not thinking it, it won't ever be addressed. All right, y'all. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. I'm waiting for Real Estate Shashi to respond. I don't want to drop off of here without that. If you catch this on replay, hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment to anything that I said or response to continue the conversation, not just to be combative, in the comment section down below. Only subscribers are able to comment in the live chat. So hit the subscribe button if you want to actually jump in on the lives and add to the conversation. Or just because you like what I got going on and what I'm saying. Her saying, Fatima, what are you studying? Had me, yes. It was not you got a playbook, Zachary. It's not you just flip the page 5 of your playbook. I got James. If you're watching this, you just haven't been replying. DM me and like, because I want to know what you think. Now we haven't had combos in a minute, and I want to know what you think. All right, y'all. The sarcasm, but then also the truth. Like, what you studying? What you into, girl? And it also speaks to like how much of this is the same, and like Tyler Perry giving nods to the audience. So when she says, "I wish you well in your struggle," it sounds shady, but it's also true because she been there. She been there. Yeah, Fatima is in law school. All right, y'all. The rest I will definitely talk about in my episode breakdown. Be on the lookout for it. Run those numbers up because I'm going to put a lot of effort and energy into it. I just wanted to do this live because, again, I'm away. I'm traveling. Got a lot going on. And I wanted to check in with y'all. No, Karen doesn't know that, but Karen said, what are you studying? Because Zach is doing the same things with her that he did when they started their relationship. That's the only point that she was making. She doesn't actually know what Fatima is studying, but she knew that she had to be studying something because that's what Zach did when he found out that she was studying something. Okay, I gotta go. I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna try to go live. Follow me on Instagram because I'm gonna be going live there more, especially this week. At ericavane.com. And I will see you later.